Most video games out there have a hero. Plenty of them have multiple heroes. But what about a lot of heroes? That's the question posed with the new game 88 Heroes now out on PS4. But is the game an 8-tastic good time, or is it more like a big fat 0? First off, if you're someone who doesn't enjoy puns or a game that revolves around a pun concept, you're probably not going to like this game. Everything revolves around the number 8, or more specifically, the number 88. There's 88 playable characters, there's 88 levels, there's 88 minutes in order to complete every one of the stages and defeat the final boss. The question is, though, how many heroes are you going to have left when you make it to the end, and can you do it within that time limit? In the game, you're controlling a group of 88 heroes who's trying to stop an evil menace that is holding the planet Earth ransom with 88 nuclear warheads pointed at the planet until he gets 88 quintillion dollars or something along those lines. The true heroes that should be able to stop him easily aren't available, so they just get a hodgepodge of random people together in order to try to stop this evil menace, and these are the characters you get to play as. The game is pretty fast-paced. If a character gets hit, it's one-hit death, or you fall into a pit, it's goodbye for that hero, and then you change over to another randomly selected one. You're able to resurrect a select few heroes throughout the course of your adventure by gathering coins. Collecting 88 coins will allow you to pick from 3 heroes that have previously died, and you can bring one of those back into your repertoire. The concept of not being able to know who you're going to be playing as next, and every character playing different, is what makes the game enjoyable for sure. If this doesn't sound like a fun concept, you're probably going to end up getting frustrated with it. The developer did a great job coming up with some interesting characters, as for sure. Plenty of them are parodies, a few of which made me cringe a little bit, with the likes of a Rickroll-based character. You also had an awesome TMNT parody with the middle-aged samurai armadillos. Absolutely love those guys. There's some other video game parodies and the like as well, like a Bionic Commando parody, Mario, and even a Bubble Bobble character. There's large characters, small ones that are able to fly, ones that can jump really high, of course other ones that are really fast, other ones that are really slow. Some can't be harmed by normal enemies, they can just mow over everything in their path, but can still get taken out by lasers, and there are other ones that can even kill themselves, like throwing dynamite and blowing themselves up, or the very bad glass girl, who is basically a ballerina made of glass, and if she falls too far, she ends up breaking into 1,000 pieces. The game's 88 levels are broken up into 4 chapters, basically, with a boss battle at the end, and then you move on to the next themed world. Pretty standard fare here, with a space station and a fire-based level, an office building, and a dreaded sewer as well. The boss encounters themselves work well, and they allow for any of the heroes that you're playing as to have a chance in order to defeat the boss. You won't end up making it to a boss, and then whoever you end up having at your disposal won't be able to take him out. You'll be able to defeat every boss with any character. Because of this, they end up being pretty much a pushover. I wish there was a little bit more difficulty or a little bit more variety when it came to the few boss encounters in the game, but overall, they were okay. Because of so many levels, they are relatively small, a little bit compact. Some have multiple paths with a few different doors and exits for you to take. If you're playing as a flying character, you may be able to take a shortcut and instantly go to an exit, or do a few other things that will help you navigate a level a little bit easier, depending upon who you're playing as. This, of course, adds a little bit of strategy and planning when it comes to tackling each of the stages, as you're trying to keep as many of your heroes alive as you make it farther in. If your entire team of 88 heroes is wiped out, though, it is game over, and the same goes if you end up running out of time. It's a game over. While you do get the chance to retry whatever level you're on, the timer only refills up to whatever you were when the last hero was playing, so basically, it's a game over. After playing the 88 Hero mode and playing as every one of the heroes, you're going to unlock the Magnificent 8 mode. Here you're able to pick 8 heroes that go into the game, and you have 88 lives for them, as they'll switch out every time one of them ends up dying, but you have at least 8 to go with instead of having 88 to choose from. There's also a solo mode where you pick one hero, you have 88 lives, and you have to see how far you're able to get through with the same boss fights and same level designs included. From the technical side of things, the game ran smoothly. I didn't run into major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. I also have to say the music is quite nicely done. In fact, there was a few tracks I really ended up digging as I was playing through the levels. The game is a tad bit difficult, as of course the random factor of not knowing who you're going to play as next, and a lot of the characters playing very different from one another, will throw you a curveball from time to time. But after just playing a couple of times, I was able to get through the game, and I still have plenty of heroes at my disposal when I did make it to the end that time. While I wouldn't say there's anything revolutionary with the action and platforming side, the whole gimmick of all the different heroes is the real draw here. I actually didn't mind dying on my first time through the game because I was excited to see what character I was going to get to control next. There was plenty of funny moments throughout the course of them, including a guy who plays the saxophone all the time, a character straight out of the old game Snake, and even some throwbacks to like a Mario parody and some old Atari parody characters as well. There's a lot of retro love put into this one. I can tell the creators are big fans, of course, of old school games. 88 Heroes is now available on the PlayStation 4. It features a full trophy list, including a platinum, and for me at least, it's been a relatively easy one. If you're a veteran of action platformers, you're probably going to be able to easily get this one. Overall, I wasn't too sure. The gimmick seemed interesting, but I think the execution ended up working rather well, at least in my opinion. But anyway guys, with that said, I'm going to be giving 88 Heroes a fitting 8 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.